Hello, it's Diana Marchand from DianaMarchand.com and welcome to this video. So what I'm doing is a couple things. I'm actually making my dinner and I thought I would talk about what I wanted to talk about while I was making my dinner. So you can see what I'm making. I was just at the farmer's market and I bought some fresh greens, other things, but I also, there's a lady, Indian lady selling some baked lentils. So I love baked lentils. So this is the size right here, it was $4. So what I can't just keep things the way they are. So what I'm doing to make this a good meal too is I have some Swiss chard ends. I bought some beautiful Swiss chard ends right here, you know those ends, and I'm cutting them up and I'm going to saute them. I got some garlic, ginger, and onions, and I'm going to saute them in the pan. Then I'm going to add some kale. I bought some beautiful kale. Our garden kale's crap right now. Beautiful kale. So I'm going to saute the kale, the greens, all of this stuff, onions, and add some of the lentils. So remember, starch is not your friend when you're in perimenopause. Put you on weight in the midsection. So what you want to do is mix your starch with a whole lot of vegetables, like starchy carbs, and greens, right? So you have more of a combination. So you're getting the nutrients of everything like this mixed in. So you don't, because I could just eat this like this, right? Just baked lentils, love them. I could just eat like this, pile some coconut oil on it, and go with that. But I know, too much starch, nope, I'm gonna feel bloated, gonna feel heavy, gonna make me tired, and of course, puts on the weight. So, here we go. So when these things are sauteed, I'm gonna talk to you about what I wanna talk to you about. And what I'm gonna talk about in this video is about conflicting information, right? And I was just listening to something today. It was a live video. I love all the Facebook live videos people are doing now. And this one was from Dr. Axe. I mean, very, very famous. He had so many people watching live, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. And makes me go, I wish I had that many. And he's a doctor and he markets like crazy. He's got a big, big brand. And so anyways, I was listening and I was just surprised at the people who were making comments. What he was talking about was, I'm using my ceramic pan that I love. What he was talking about was the 10 healthiest food that women should eat, good for their hormones, things like that. So of course I'm going to listen to that, right? Well, I might try to remember the 10 and write it down sometime, you guys, but really it's just healthy food, the stuff I talk about all the time, except he talked about something called natto, whatever. Natto is a fermented soy product. And so, yes, people talk about soy. Soy's not good for you, this and that. Well, moderation. But also what's important is fermented soy is what's good for you. That is the good stuff. Non-GMO, organic, fermented soy. I still really like his information that he puts out. But what I wanted to talk to you about too was, he talked about red meat, that women should all consume red meat, and bone broth. And bone broth, yes, I am okay with that, right? What the fuck is wrong with this? And one thing about these pans, if you get a ceramic pan, like I got this Lagostino one, a really thick, good one, my God, it heats up. Cannot have it that hot. Now I put everything in here. So I sauteed the garlic, onions, and ginger first. Then I added the ends to the Swiss chard. Then I added a bit of water, right? So the water. Now I'm putting the lid on it so that it sautés and cooks a bit. And I'm going to start chopping my greens for it. So back to Dr. Axe. So we said, women should consume red meat. And he was with another guy, a nutritionist or something. And the others were berries, greens, a lot of greens, of course. So really, things that I talk about a lot, but what was interesting was the red meat that women should eat. They should eat, an egg yolk, which I eat eggs and I eat egg yolks, and certainly doesn't put on weight with me. So I'm all for that. As long as they're organic, right? As long as they're like free range, grass, fed, whatever chickens, I get them from a local farm. Trust where you get them from. But anyways, so he was talking about red meat. The red meat and about how women should consume it every day because a lot of women are low in iron. I know I am. I'm totally low in iron all the time. And a big part of it is minerals. And then he was talking about the greens. The chlorophyll in the greens is really good for your blood. But the red meat, I was like, he goes, people say it's hard to digest, this one guy said. He goes, but it's not at all. It's super easy to digest. And I'm thinking, not for me. Like one thing that bothers me is you cannot lump every single person, that every single person can eat these foods. And I don't like to do that because I agree, some people can eat those no problem at all. Some people can't. So all these women, of course, were commenting underneath about the bone broth, you know, if they're vegetarian, vegan, right? The eggs, right? The egg yolks, the soy. They're like, I'm allergic to eggs. I'm allergic to soy. What am I supposed to do? Like what he was saying was like, you must do these things. And I'm thinking, you've got to say that what we suggest, these are foods that we see have a great impact, positive impact on women's health. This is why. But it doesn't mean that each person, this is best for them, because each person's body is different. So what you have is you have like a doctor saying things, and of course people online are like, this is gold, this is true, this is, oh my God, I can't eat that, what am I gonna do? So I'm not gonna be healthy. Like they're all panicking because they can't have some of that stuff, because they don't eat red meat. Oh my God, what are you gonna do? I thought red meat was bad for you, and he's going on all the health benefits of red meat and how it's so easy to digest. I happen to disagree, but I respect people's opinions, and I respect if someone chooses. And of course, he did mention grass-fed organic beef, you know, from a farmer, a local, all of this. So yes, you got to go to those links if you're going to consume bone broth. It better be not stuff you made from the stuff you buy at grocery store. No, you go purchase it for someone who knows what they're doing, knows how to make it, has the grass-fed beef, has all of that, right? They're really good. And but he was not mentioning all this. And that's what kind of bothered me. Because I'm like, all these people were panicking in the comments below because maybe some of them couldn't consume some of those. They were allergic to some of it. They had been told not to eat red meat. Red meat doesn't agree with them. They can't digest it properly, like me. So it doesn't make them feel good. And yet they're thinking now, oh my God, if I don't consume it, like this is what women are supposed to consume. And so my health's gonna suffer, right? And I'm like, I'm reading the comments below and I'm like, I'm overwhelmed because all I want to do is comment, right? All I want to do is say, and then one woman, I love it, a couple of women were like, but I'm over 50, is that true for us? Like, oh my God, I can't eat certain things now because they're bothering my stomach, and on and on. And I'm like, oh my God, I wish I could comment. And I could have, but I just didn't want to get in the whole debate because I had too much to say. So that's why I wanted to do this video, is because I totally get it. Like when you're looking at what to eat and you're confused and you've tried many things before and your body's not acting normal anymore and you're going through a lot of changes and you're experiencing different symptoms, maybe digestive problems. You know, when people are going through major digestive problems, raw food is not what they should be consuming, because raw food can be harsh on your digestive system. So, you know, even though I believe in the power of raw foods, I know it's not for everybody, right? I know it's not for everybody at certain times of your life. That's what it means. It's what's your health like? What time of life is it for you? Where are you in your life? How much stress are you under? What other symptoms do you have right now? What are you going through? What are your sensitivities, right? What do you need to heal first? That all needs to be considered. Now, I know he can't say all that in one video, but I want you guys to be aware that when you're watching videos, when you're reading articles by doctors, Dr. Oz, Dr. Axe, these ones who are like so respected that people listen and do anything they say, I want you to be careful, because they're just people too, and they're trying to give you as much information as they can in a short period of time. But they can't say everything. And what you must know is that each person is very different, right? If I was to consume red meat every single day, my system would probably shut down. I would probably not feel good, right? I'm a blood type A. I believe in a whole bunch of things, right? I had never done well on red meat. I remember when I was a little girl, I did not do well on red meat. Same with pasta. No way did that sit well with me. Same with lots of dairy. So the thing is that just because we hear these things, 10 foods we should be consuming, it doesn't mean they're right for us. Now, yes, of course, lots of them, you know, he was just talking about very basic stuff too, but it's really so important to use common sense within yourself to get to know your body and what's right for your body. and get to that intuitive state where you can feel and sense your body. You've cleaned up your diet enough so you know and you can feel what's right, what isn't. And that's how you live, and that's how because it can change too, right? What can be right for 2 years may not be right for the next 2 years. So there are so many variables and so many things that can change all the time. So fermented soy, yes, there's tempeh, and there's something called natto that he was talking about. That's a fermented soy product. Those are good for women. He also mentioned flaxseed. He also mentioned berries. He also mentioned greens, lots of greens. He mentioned avocado, and then the red meat, the egg yolks. So egg yolks are fine. People get all this, but it depends. I don't know, do you naturally have really high cholesterol? Like, I don't know where you're at right now, right? So take it in with the knowledge you have about yourself already, right? That's my message for today. And okay, so what I'm doing is I'm sauteing my greens. I don't know, I'll show you them there. They're starting to come down. There they look like right now. So I always find a way, to fit some greens into most of the things I'm eating. And the easiest way I flavor things and do things with these greens especially is garlic, ginger, onions. Saute those. The greens, like you can add any type of vegetable in here too. The greens should be added last because and you add water to them. And then what brings out the flavor and helps to soften them a bit more is some acidic. So either some lemon juice or some apple cider vinegar, just a bit, will help bring out the flavor and soften them a bit and taste really good. And then I would I'm going to add some lentils. Oopsie. Heat them up. Add some coconut oil. Maybe I might have enough salt and pepper. I'm not sure. I use Himalayan salt, but you could add a little bit of sriracha, whatever. But the thing is, it's so cool. You can get a small thing of lentils. I'm just going to put a bit in here with a whole bunch of greens and maybe some veg. You can put some other veggies, and you can make a small amount of something into like a few meals. So it's very cost effective. So eating healthy does not have to be really expensive, because add other crap to it, right? Make a dish last longer by keep adding things to it that you have in your pantry, your fridge, your cupboard, whatever. You can go and get a little bit of takeout, stir up your vegetables and do some other things and add some things, right? And make it last. Make it last. Make it more. Okay, I've rambled enough. Hope you got the message. Make sure to be part of my community for women living healthy, happy lives over 40, because yes, you are different, especially over 45. Your body is changing. At Women Creating Healthy Lives on Facebook. Subscribe to my YouTube, Diana Marchand. Check out my website, dianamarchand.com, for programs that are geared exactly for you. Okay, great. Take care. Bye.